Hello everyone, I am Caleb Carroll and welcome to the Daily Algasia, where we are your informers of daily news from around the Empire. Today we will be covering three major events, all involving the very young and now very famous Eragon. He is the reason we are here today to talk to you about what is happening with him and why it is so important. To start us off with some backstory, Eragon is a young lad from the land of Carvajal. He grew up on his uncle's farm, having not really known his parents. He was raised as a strong, independent young boy and was born a natural hunter. He loves to go out into the spine, as dangerous as that may sound, and hunt for hours during the day to see if he can catch any kills for his family for dinner. Let's get back to the story. Eragon was just minding his own business out in the spine when he happened to come across a beautiful sapphire stone, yet at least he thought that's what it was. After some conversation and no real answers as to what it could be, something life-changing happened to Eragon. The stone started to crack and eventually broke apart, and out came a baby dragon. Turns out this was no stone at all, it was an egg. He was very shocked by this event as it happened in his room, but he knew he had to do something with the mythical creature. Least unexpectedly, he took the mammal under his wing and cared for this new pet. As time went on, the dragon grew rapidly, so Eragon knew that he could not nurture the dragon for much longer in his room. It had to be taken into the outside world, yet where nobody could see it. It was a demanding task to find a new home for the animal, but he eventually found a place for it to stay safe, out in the spine. He then cared for the animal for as much of the time that he could, each and every day. Soon enough, the dragon grew enough to be taught words and to be officially named. It resisted every male name he suggested until Eragon realized that it was not a boy. It was a girl and therefore must be named by its appropriate gender. The name chosen was Saphira, a beautiful name, and after Eragon's mentor's old dragon as well. Eragon then went on many daring adventures with Saphira when she was old enough. This leads us up to our next fascinating article. The second major occurrence that we will be tuning in on today is the tragic event of Brahm's death. It is a very traumatic experience, as we have been told, and will be remembered in our hearts forever. Brahm was a fearless brawler who fought with and for the secret organization, the Varden. He is most popular for slaying Morzan, the one who betrayed the Dragon Riders to King Galbatorix and helped to destroy them all. Even when he was eradicated, his horrendous crimes would be remembered for eternity, for a betrayal of that magnitude is unforgettable. Back to the original topic, Brahm was a heroic fighter and, more importantly, Eragon's mentor. He was as well an amazing storyteller because when he killed Morzan, he went into hiding in the small town of Carvajal. There he settled down and decided to spend his days telling stories to both the youth and the adults of the town. But all changed when he met Eragon. Then he was sent on an epic quest that came to an unfortunate end far too soon. He and his deeds will not be forgotten, and may he rest in peace. The final affair that we will be talking about is the epic slaying of the Shade, Durza, by the young yet heroic Eragon. This feat all started with the epic battle that occurred inside the Bior Mountains at a disclosed location that we are not permitted to share. Anyways, near the end of the battle, Eragon was confronted by the Shade and had no choice but to put up a fight. They exchanged blow after blow, and eventually the Shade slashed Eragon on his back and left a horrible scar. Eragon had to fight with magic and sword, but all of his focus was on destroying the despised creature. As Eragon was taking lots of failed attempts from Durza, he caught him off guard, parried one of his blows, and stabbed him straight through the heart. As we have heard, the Shade's memories from his past engulfed Eragon, and Eragon was in terrible pain. After the memories subsided and gave way to his old recollections, Eragon was able to move and check on everybody without feeling nauseous. The battle ended in the Varden's favor, luckily, and they lived to see another day. That is all for today's episode of the Daily Algasia. I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to tune in next time for the latest news, story, or gossip around Algasia. Have a great day.